Hi, you guys. Happy, I guess this is BOGO day 5. The way that these are broken up is a little bit confusing for me sometimes because we had 3 days and now we have 3 days. So I apologize for not getting you guys a video yesterday, but today's BOGO is buy a deep blue and get a past tense for free. And this one's really cool because it's like anything pain. These two oils can really do a lot to be helpful. Because I feel like most of you have a good idea of like deep blue and a little bit of past tense. I'll explain a little bit more about that one, but I would love to give you guys a little bit more, just kind of some testimonies about these oils. Um, and I don't know, I just think it's really helpful to hear how other people have used oils and how it's worked for them. And a lot of people have used, I think Deep Blue. Deep Blue is one of like the biggest or the, I don't know, most used oils. It's definitely in the top 10. And we love past tense in my, or I, sorry, deep blue in my family. Whenever actually I first started using essential oils, I tend to get some, I don't know, just weird ailments, kind of like we all do, right? When I haven't been to the chiropractor. And I remember after a spin class or two, when I still lived in Waco, my ankle started hurting so bad, and it was kind of like shooting pain up my leg and I couldn't fall asleep. And it was right when I got my oils, and so I was like, I guess I'll just use a little drop of deep blue. And I did, and I put it just right on my ankle where the pain started, and I'm within 15 minutes maximum. I was like falling asleep and didn't feel it anymore, and I slept great. And then I went to the chiropractor, and it was a lot better. So it was super helpful, honestly, to kind of get rid of pain and be able to go to the chiropractor later to really get to the bottom of the issue. Um, and also another instance that I've used Deep Blue is I actually threw my back out. I think teaching a spin class. I don't remember it was spin, but most people don't throw their backs out when they're riding a bike, but somehow I did it. And my back was in so much pain. Like I couldn't really move. I actually ended up going, I used a lot of Deep Blue to actually help, and I had my roommates kind of massage out some of the really tense areas. And I actually went to a massage therapist, got a massage, and have her use some Deep Blue rather than some of the typical biofreeze that has some of the bad chemicals in it. And made a lot better. So that's kind of my two bigger stories I have actually with Deep Blue. Also, my father-in-law, I think I mentioned this in one of the first videos that we did last week when we talked about all the oils that we knew with the BOGO box, but he got a really bad pain in his neck to where he literally couldn't even move like this. Um, and my sister-in-law gave him a little roller bottle with some Deep Blue, and I believe she also put frankincense and copaiba in there, but I'm not 100% on the other ones. Anyways, she went over there and rolled it on his neck and massaged it out, and he says within 30 minutes he was shocked because he could move his neck a lot more, like probably closer to that, than he had before. So it worked really quickly and really well. My parents use it all the time. They go through actually the Deep Blue rub on a regular basis. It's probably one of the things they have most in their loyalty rewards. But they use it a ton for sore muscles. My dad gets super tight hamstrings, so he uses Deep Blue a lot on there. I've also used Deep Blue a ton, and my sister for some period cramps. It helps a lot to really alleviate those. We actually use that in conjunction with the Deep Blue polyphenols that really reduce inflammation from the inside. So that's kind of Deep Blue. All things pain, super helpful. If anybody has arthritis, I've seen so many stories about how Deep Blue helps a lot with arthritis, and making either a roller bottle or using even some lotion if you're going to get the oil with the BOGO today. The next oil is past tense. I should have grabbed it. I'd carry it around with me everywhere we go. It's in my little oil case that I keep in my purse. And the reason I do is because anytime I'm out and about, or if I get headaches or anything like that, I will always use my past tense. And I put a little roller right here, or like roll it on my temples and then on the back of my neck. I actually always use it a lot too in the summer, when it's really hot and I'm outside. It is a really, really good oil to cool you down. So my friends who have hot flashes, this is also a really, really good oil for that. Um, I have had plenty of migraines. Sometimes certain foods really trigger that for me and have done that for a long time. And so when I get migraines, I will use some frankincense and copaiba at the roof of my mouth, but then past tense. And I just roll it on the back of my neck, again on my temples. Sometimes I have to like roll it over my hair, like kind of along my hairline right here. And it's super nice because it just really does relieve a lot of tension. I use it a ton on my neck and shoulders because I work at a computer a lot. I know a lot of people do, so it's a really a great one to help with that. I wanted to read a little bit of a testimony from someone on our Facebook page who has used past tense a lot before, but she says that she actually had her husband use it, and she says that he had chronic headaches and suffers from migraines on a regular basis, and they have improved dramatically by doing what I told you with using frankincense and copaiba to the roof of your mouth, and then using this past tense roller. She says he was pretty skeptical at first, but he uses it all the time now, and it's his go-to before he takes any medication, which is huge. It's so empowering to have something that works so well before you feel like you have to go to some other medications, right? And just because you know you're taking care of your body and you are able to really empower yourself with that. So I love that little testimony. The other thing that I will say, I'm looking at my little handy dandy, as always, Essential Life book. And in here it also says it's great for hangovers. Also experienced that in my life. Bruises and burns is also really helpful. Joint pain. So again, probably if Deep Blue doesn't quite cut it for you, this one might be the next one to try. And then everything else we kind of already talked about. Um, and I will say really quickly, it's already been 7 minutes, but past tense is in a roller bottle, but it is not diluted. So it's super strong smelling. So I've actually have a roller bottle of the past tense that is undiluted, and then one that is, just because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming with how strong it is. So you kind of just will find what works for you. So my friends, that is all I have for you for this BOGO. We have one more day of BOGOs, so I will send you another little video tomorrow, and we'll talk soon.